beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Wendy. I'm a certified yoga and Pilates teacher. And if you are interested in health, yoga, fitness style videos, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And then while you're at it, press that little notification bell to be notified every time I post, which is several times a week. So today I have for you a fun flexibility flow. So in my body, it really feels good to come out and then come back into postures, building the elasticity of my muscles. And I always feel like I get a little bit deeper as I do that. So that's kind of the idea of today, is we'll be flowing in and out of postures, hopefully finding a little bit more access as we go. Obviously, once we end the class, please comment down below if this helped, if this worked for you, and any suggestions on future classes. So as we're ready, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's start in a child's pose. Toes to touch, walk your hands out, forehead onto the mat. As we're here, you can just rock your head gently side to side, just kind of noticing in the body how you're feeling today. And from this place, let's go ahead and set an intention for our practice. So whatever it is that brought you here to the mat, and allowing this intention to be in the form of a statement beginning with the word I. I am flexible. I am connected. Anything along those lines. And if ever you have issue coming up with an intention, maybe just setting that intention as I am loved. Repeating this intention a few times to yourself, breathing into it, and with each breath, each movement, and each moment of stillness, we'll return to this intention, connecting the mind and the body, amplifying all the benefits of our practice together. As we feel ready, let's go ahead and pull ourselves up more so towards hands and knees. Spread the fingertips out nice and wide. A few cat-cows here. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, rounding the spine, maybe looking for the belly button. Inhale to open through the chest. Exhale to round. One more like that. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Coming back through a neutral spine, let's place our left hand more so center of our chest. Inhale, the right arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle, tap the shoulder down, and then inhale, unwind. Come back to that starting position. Exhale to tap. Inhale, unwind. Exhale to tap. Inhale, unwind. This time as we exhale, we're going to stay there. Lengthen out the left arm. Right ear comes onto the mat. Acting like our hands are the face of a clock, or those little hands on the clock. So our left hand is at 12. Our right hand is at 9 o'clock. Breathing here, breathing into the twist. Maybe shifting your hips just a little bit more over to the right, keeping them aligned over the knees. When you're ready, take the left hand more so underneath the shoulder. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, set the right hand down more so center of the chest. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, thread the arm under, tap the shoulder down. Inhale, unwind. Exhale to tap and thread. Inhale, unwind. Exhale to thread and tap. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, this time we're going to settle down. Our left ear comes towards the mat. Right hand extends out in front of us. If our hands are the hands on a clock, then we're at 12 and 3 this time. Wherever we arrive, just breathe into it. And when we're ready, we'll pull the right hand back. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, settle the hands down. Take a few rounds of cat-cows using your own breath just to lubricate the spine. Inhale to neutral, tuck the toes. Exhale, press yourself back. First, downward dog. Maybe of the day, maybe just of our practice. Either way, go ahead and walk it out, alternating bending and lengthening through the heels. Sending one heel and then the other down towards the mat. Let's settle both of our heels down, maybe even bending through the knees here. Give yourself 2 breaths. Good. As you finish out your 2 breaths, go ahead and peek in between the hands. With small steps, let's go ahead and walk ourselves all the way up towards the top of the mat. Bend your knees deeply here. Grasp opposite elbows. Just allow yourself to sway a bit side to side. You can shake your head no to worry, stress, or tension. You can nod your head yes to peace, tranquility, and stability. You can continue shaking and nodding the head, releasing the upper back and the neck. Let's come through center. Let the hands trickle down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands up pretty high. Roll the shoulders back. Look forward. A little bit of up dog through the chest. Exhale, soften through the knees. Fold back forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe the hands trickle a little bit lower, always avoiding the kneecaps. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands trickle the lowest yet. Just really lengthen through the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Press the palms together at the top. Exhale, down and into heart center. Very good. We'll go ahead and just start a bit into our flow. So let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Let's step the right foot back and then settle the right heel down. So setting up for a warrior 1. Usually I like to have a pretty reduced stance and maybe even take your heels out on train tracks, so 2 different lanes, so that you have plenty of room in your hips. Let's inhale, float it up. Let's make sure that our hips are angled towards the front. And from here, we're going to exhale, lower the chest, sweep the arms back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, sweep up. Last one, exhale. Inhale. From here, let's exhale, open up warrior 2. You might want to heel toe your foot a little bit further back, opening up, widening out the stance. From here, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior, light on that back hand. Exhale, elbow to thigh, reaching forward, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back towards your warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down, bring the front foot, big step up to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep out and up, press the palms together. Exhale, down and into heart center. Good. Other side. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time we step the left leg back. Anchor down through that heel. Maybe take your feet out onto train tracks. Inhale, warrior 1. Make sure the hips are angled relatively forward. Exhale, we're going to sweep ourselves down. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let's open up warrior 2. Heel toe that back foot back. Make sure we're heel to heel in our alignment. Front knee is right over that front ankle. Good. Front hand flips. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, reach over, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, back to your warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot. Come up on the back toe. Big step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale to heart center. Very good. From here, let's go ahead, bend the knees deeply. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Just like we did in our warrior ones, we're going to exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, settle down. Inhale for a lift through the chest. Exhale to deepen through the hips. From here, we're going to start to press down into our right foot, lifting up onto the left toes. If we can, pick the toes up all the way. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to float the leg back just as a transition. Step down. Inhale to crescent lunge. From here, we're going to exhale, slowly lower that back knee down. Let's frame the front foot. Maybe we want to inch that back foot a little bit further back. Make sure your front knee is over your front ankle. And then maybe even tenting through the fingers. You might want blocks here if you know that you're a little bit tighter in your hamstrings. But let's start by inhaling the chest forward. One more inhale. As we exhale, we'll start to work our way back. Sole of the foot lifts off the ground. Flex the toes towards the head, half split. Inhale, pull yourself back forward. Really lift through the chest. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, forward and lift. Last one, exhale. Inhale. We're going to switch it up a little bit here. So left hand plants. Exhale, push your right knee out to the side, funky pigeon. Inhale, bring that knee back in. Exhale, press it back, half split. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, funky pigeon. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. One more of those. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, funky pigeon. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, back to the lunge. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Let's heel toe our foot all the way to the right edge of the mat. We're going to come into an extended lizard lunge. So from here, we're just going to walk our hands as far forward as they can possibly get. Maybe a little bit further. And when we're ready, go ahead and walk it back. From here, we're going to inhale, look forward. Exhale, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go ahead, heel toe ourselves, about hip distance apart. Bend through the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Other side. Exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fan the flames. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower those hips. Sit nice and low. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, a little bit lower. From here, we're going to really ground down into our left foot. Reach the right toes, just the right toes on the mat at first, and then lift them off. Inhale. Exhale, let's slowly move the leg back. Warrior 3 is a transition. Step the foot down. Inhale. Crescent lunge. Our next exhale, we're going to start to slowly lower that back knee all the way down. Hands frame the front foot. We might want to walk that back foot back to give ourselves some length here. Make sure, once again, front knee right over the front ankle. Inhale here, find some lift through the chest, descent of the hips. Exhale, press it back to your half split. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, split. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale forward. From here, we're going to switch this up. Set the right hand down. Exhale, push the knee out, funky pigeon. Inhale to center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale forward. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, press it back. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's heel toe our foot out to the side. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Let's start to walk our hands as far forward as we can get them. Maybe an inch or two more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly walk the hands back in. From here, inhale, look forward. Step the right foot to the outside of the left hand or the right hand. Exhale here. Inhale, passive squat or active squat. Exhale, pull it in. Let's go ahead, heel toe ourselves. Back towards hip distance. Bend in the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. From here, we're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And then very slowly, we're going to start to lower ourselves down, coming to a toe stand. Now, don't worry if we're really wobbly here. Maybe we want to use blocks on either side of us. Give ourselves a little bit of support. Breathe. Find a drishti, a soft gazing point to hold your focus. Remembering that balance can change day to day, even minute to minute. Usually it depends on how focused our mind is on the present moment. From here, we're going to take our hands down, reach the legs up, forward fold. And as we'd like to, place the hands down, walk yourself all the way back, down dog. Let's take the toes together. Open up the knees, uncurl the toes, sit the sit bones back, child's pose. Press the forehead into the mat, maybe a few rocks side to side, activating into that third eye space, that center of intuition and inner knowledge. Reconnecting in with that intention. As we're ready, we're going to softly we're going to softly start to work our way out of the pose. Take the knees together. Let's work our way towards hands and knees. So we're going to come into frog pose. So option here, maybe to use a blanket underneath your knees if they're sensitive. I like to turn lengthwise on my mat. So all we're going to do from here is we're going to open up the heels, open up the knees, open up the heels, open up the knees. And let's go ahead and settle into our frog pose. All right, so we might want to stay up nice and high. We might want to drop down low. Either way, wherever we are, just moving a little bit forward, a little bit back. Just building the elasticity of the muscles. This is one of those questions in almost every science class I get asked this, and I always answer it wrong, even though I know the right answer. So, what's more elastic? Steel or rubber? And I always answer rubber, and I am wrong. So the correct answer is steel. And the reason is that elasticity is defined as the ability of a material to return back to its original shape. So steel, that's why they use it in buildings. It can deform a little bit, but then it props back into its original shape. You bend it a few inches, it goes right back. With rubber bands or rubber, you stretch it a few times, it might pop back into its original shape. But after a certain amount of time, it becomes overstretched and or starts to break. So we don't want our muscles like rubber bands. We want them like steel, able to return back to the motions that it's required to be in so that we can do things like run and walk and just normal activities. We're not always in the splits. We don't always want our legs or our muscles to be fully extended. All right, that's enough of this pose. Let's go ahead, pull our hands back underneath us. Take the knees together. Heels, knees, heels, knees. Good. From here, we're just going to come into a nice straddle position. Doesn't really matter how wide or how close our legs are. Maybe just finding a moment or two seated up nice and tall. This, along with frog, used to be one of my least favorite postures, probably because I could not sit up straight in it. It was probably about 3 years ago that I was actually able to sit in the posture. And now I find myself going pretty far forward. So there is potential for you, no matter what the age. We can always progress. I find that very reassuring. From here, let's go ahead and take our left sole of the foot in towards the right thigh. Let's angle over the right thigh. Inhale and then exhale, bow over. So from here, whatever we can grab onto, whether it's our foot, our shin, our thigh, give a little bit of a pull, not too much so that we feel any pain or pinching, but just a bit. And then let's come into our flow. So we're going to sweep the left hand out towards the left, so it's in line with the hips. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come back towards the foot. Inhale, sweep, almost a modified side plank. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, fold. Stay here, 3 breaths. Hopefully we found a bit more opening. I feel like I did, at least another inch or two. Very good. Let's inhale, come back up towards seated. Let's switch the sides. So left leg extends, right leg comes in. Angle over the left leg, inhale, and then exhale, fold over the leg. So this side is always a little bit more challenging for me. Maybe it is for you too. My right QL is always just really tight through my clients and just other people that I've spoken to. I believe that this is common, but it still doesn't make it any less frustrating. So once again, if you're experiencing something like that, just breathe into it, accept it for what it is, because honestly, there's nothing much more that you can do except for accept what is going on in the body. Let's come into our flow. So right hand slips out to the right. Inhale to lift, kind of that modified side plank. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Stay here, 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Just noticing if there's any difference between the first time and this time. I feel a little bit more open. And from here, let's go ahead. Inhale, take ourselves all the way up. From here, we're going to open up our legs, wide straddle. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing just a little bit better. So hands are going to come to the insides of the thighs. We're going to do cat-cows. Don't worry about the actual range of the cat-cow. Just kind of pay attention to the tilting of the pelvis forward and back. It doesn't matter if we're straightening, bending, rounding out here, or if we're really far forward. It doesn't really matter. It's just getting into the motion. Okay, so hands to the inner thighs. Inhale, we're going to open up in the chest, look up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round, look down. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, round, look down. One more. Inhale, open, look up. Exhale, round, look down. From here, we're going to inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, start to hinge ourselves forward. Doesn't matter how far forward we actually come, but I do want our spine to be straight. So maybe just check in, feel the spine as you lower. Make sure there's not an obvious round. You can't feel the spinous processes of the vertebrae. That's the part that pokes out. So wherever we are, I like to find a little bit of movement side to side. I said it before, my QL is really tight. So this kind of just helps me to be a little bit more even as I descend. One of the beautiful things that yoga teaches us is about the impermanence of our practice. So some days we might be really low, we might be pancaking. Some days we might be a little bit higher up, and that's okay. That's to be expected. The important thing here is to really just enjoy your journey. If I didn't love yoga, I wouldn't do it. It's not to get the splits, or it's not to get any specific posture. It's the journey that I love, and I hope that you can love the journey too. From here, let's just slowly start to come up. Let's scoop our hands underneath the knees, pull ourselves back together. Let's start to descend down onto our backs. Pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little bit of movement side to side. Let's finish up here with a twist. Open up through the arms. The closer that the knees are into the chest, the higher up in the spine you'll get the twist. So kind of choose for yourself the distance between the chest and the knees. Inhale, and then exhale, let the legs fall over to the right. Right hand can weigh down the legs if that feels okay. And we can look over the left fingertips. Breathing into the belly, finding a bit of that internal massage. Let's swivel the knees back up through center, and then exhale over to the other side, gazing over now your right fingertips, maybe the left hand weighs down the legs, just an option. Maybe visualizing yourself here literally being wrung out, getting rid of anything that no longer serves you, and making room for the things that do. Let's pull ourselves back through center. Inhale, squeeze the knees in towards the chest, looking up towards the knees. Sip in a little extra breath at the top. Exhale, release everything, letting it go. Let's take 3 breaths together, releasing the breath out through the mouth as a sigh. So inhale through the nose. Let it go. Inhale. Last one, inhale. Letting everything go. Sinking down, settling down into our final relaxation posture, our final Shavasana. Giving ourselves these moments to really process and integrate all that we've done in class together. Feel free to stay in the Shavasana for as long as you see fit, returning back to the intention that we set for ourselves before we leave our mat. The light that's within me honors and acknowledges the light that's within you. And from the seed, from the source, we are literally one. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.